What's in my camera bag 2021? I'm just gonna pop this on the floor before I get a dead leg because this is not gonna be practical at all. Alright, there is a lot of shit here. Hello, for those of you who are watching, welcome. If you're brand new to this channel, then I am a Sydney-based South Asian wedding and portrait photographer here in Australia. Today's video is going to be a What's in my camera bag 2021 edition. If you're a makeup artist, this could be equivalent to What's in my makeup bag? Yeah, I didn't think that through either. Basically, I've been getting requested a lot through Instagram and even in the comment section on YouTube as well, where people are asking me, hey Garthik, what's in your camera bag? What do you currently shoot on? What's all your gear? Tell us everything. So today I'm just gonna go through the entire video just unpacking my camera bag and showing you exactly what's inside and what it is that I actually use to photograph or videograph. So it's gonna be interesting. Alright, let's see. Now, I don't have much space here, so I'm just gonna do a top-down view from my camera on my phone and then show you what's in my camera bag. Alright, welcome to my phone. For those of you who don't know, this is basically what the setup looks like. That's what I record on. That's my lovely little light, and that's me. Hello. Okay, cool. So let's just show you exactly. This right here is the mess that is my camera bag. Little fun fact, this over entire part here is about 20 kilos. Yeah, I did have a very interesting time taking this bag to India as carry-on. That's a story for another time. But I'm just going to show you exactly all the contents from the top, then I'm just going to reveal them and just take them out one by one and just pop them on the side somewhere here and just talk about what all this gear is. So yeah, I'll take you back to the camera. So a bit of a disclaimer, what's not in this camera bag is the camera that I'm recording on right now, any chargers that I'm currently using to charge my batteries for a gig that I have later on tonight. But that's pretty much it, so let's get into the video. All right, my baby. This is my baby. She's very precious to me. This is my Canon 5D Mark IV, the first camera I ever bought with absolutely no prior camera experience whatsoever. So you don't need to have, you know, this years of knowledge to become a photographer. You can literally just pick up gear and just start. I bought this Canon 5D Mark IV back about 4 years ago now. This thing, this baby has gotten me through thick and thin. Like you can see there's already wear and tear on this. And yeah, I picked up this thing and I've never dropped it since. So I've loved it. It's been through all of my weddings with me and up until the Canon R6, which is the next camera I'll show you. I used to shoot all of my weddings on here. Great DSLR, especially if you're getting into wedding photography or videography as well. It's done pretty good in videos too. The lenses, this is a Tamron 24-70, again wear and tear, so I'm just going to put that to the forward. There's like a rubber component here which has, you know, come off because it just is old and it just likes to come off. This lens isn't the best quality. I think there are better 24-70s out there, and also Tamron third-party lenses. They're actually pretty good in quality, but this one's like the first, one of the older models, so it wasn't the best. I think there are a few other lenses out now. It's got image stabilization or in-body lens stabilization, one of those ones. It's got dual memory card slots, so I usually shoot with my CF Express card that's usually in there. If I'm, you know, going dual, then I'll probably just put in a normal SD card as well. Beyond that, this is an amazing camera. I highly recommend it for anyone looking to get into wedding photography. So, absolute amazing beast. All right, that's camera number one. Camera number two is the Canon R6. Now, I absolutely love this camera. This is now my go-to new camera body. I only picked this bad boy up, I think it was late last year, around about, I think September. The camera body on its own is about, I think, $4,000 AUD. And I'm using on this lens in particular. I was doing videography with it last night, but I've got the Sigma, I think it's a Sigma 35 f1.4. Really light lens, great enough to balance on a gimbal. I can make a separate video about the Canon R6. It's just, I've converted completely to mirrorless, so it's absolutely easier. Focusing is on point now. I still prefer some of the Canon colors from the 5D Mark IV, but the R6 doesn't come up short. It's actually really good, and it can do 4K 60, which is what I shoot on for most of my highlight stuff. It's got a 20 megapixel sensor, so it's pretty good for photos, and I've never had any issues like blowing up any of the prints from this on the canvas. So I do shoot quite a lot actually on the 35mm, especially even in photography, which I can go into later about the lenses and cameras that I use specifically whilst capturing weddings. The 35mm f1.4 is definitely one of them, so I do love that. That is a good camera there. One Canon X2 RT Flash. Again, it has done its time, as evidenced by the the rubber flat thing has just, oh, no, center, there we go. But I generally use the rechargeable Eneloop batteries. They're actually really, really good. They do last a long time and have a good recycle time as well. I usually shoot manual on the Flash. I don't really use ETTL, just to have better control. And yeah, overall, I think I picked this up for about 600 bucks. A bit too overpriced for a Flash in my opinion. Hence why I know most people are switching to Godox Flashes, which are literally half the price and do the exact same thing. All right, third camera body. Just when you think I'd stop at 2. Oh dear God. My Sony A73. Now this thing is an absolute beast when it comes to videos. I also did a bit of photos on this as well, but I mainly bought this just for video components. Really solid all-rounded camera. It's generally like amazing. I've never had any issues with it. Focusing is absolutely amazing. So for anyone who, you know, is having issues with focusing components, it's got auto eye detect. I think that's the feature that it's called. And in terms of videos, it can shoot obviously 4K or 1080p at like 100 or 120 frames, one of those. The lenses that I've used on this, it is what is this? The main 50, it's a Sony Zeiss 50mm f1.4. Was this worth it in my opinion? Look, I mean, the quality is amazing and it is tack sharp, but I know that you can get a Sony f1.8 for literally like a fraction of the price. I think that probably would have done the job. I didn't really do much research at the time, but I'm not gonna regret buying this. Is actually a solid all-rounder lens, so it is what it is. Let's carry on, shall we? We've got this thing, Rode mic. It's a gun. You can go pew 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 to people. Okay, that's just me. Never mind. All right, we've got a Sony Flash. Let's just admire how small that is. Like, that's freaking tiny. I mean, it does a lot of things, but like it's just tiny. Like literally, I can fit in the palm of my hand. Like that's how tiny this is. It is strong. Like it's got a good flash output, but is it worth it? Again, I paid I think about 600 bucks for this Flash. No, I would not justify the price for this. Again, for anyone looking at flashes or speedlight camera flashes, probably just stick to Godox. It's literally half the price, does the exact same thing. It's a lot easier to use as well. This is my memory cards. So yeah, I always have this no matter what. As you can tell, I've got a whole bunch of different cards in there that I basically need and use and rely on every single day. And I think I've got like micro SD ones in there as well. Duct tape. Yeah, you're never gonna know when this really comes in handy. These bad boys, Zoom H1's my audio recorder. So whenever I'm doing videos, I will usually use this for the mic. If they don't have a system, I'll just like sticky tape or duct tape this up towards the actual microphone that the speaker's on. If they have a system or a DJ, then I'll just use this to plug into the actual DJ deck thingamabobby. So yeah, usually carry 2 at a minimum for videos. I mean, it's good to have 3. I don't recommend just having 1. You should always have more than 1. 2's a good amount. 3 is just, you're just having fun, so. All right, let's get on to lenses. These are gonna be fun now. Okay. That's my baby. This is really nice. This actually is the Sigma 85 f1.4. I didn't know anything about what I was doing when I was first purchasing my gear. So when it came time to actually figuring out what lenses I want to buy, I literally typed in how to take good portraits on YouTube. This lens came up and I bought it. Unfortunately, when I rocked up to the first event that I was photographing, and I think it was my cousin's baby shower or whatnot, I realized very early on, you probably shouldn't get a telephoto lens like this to do events coverage. You might be standing really far back. Now, fortunately, that gig was literally just for free and just to practice around my stuff. But 85, oh man, I've had some amazing fun with this. And I still use it almost every pre-wedding photo shoot, engagement session, or even if I go my dual with the Canon 35, and then I'll have the other Canon hooked to the 85. So it's sort of like you've got a prime wide and a prime telephoto. It's almost the best combination, to be honest, really. We've got the Canon 50 f1.2. Again, I purchased this with very little knowledge about different primes at the time, and I know that there was another prime that wasn't an L-glass series lens. That is a fraction of the price, but I think that capped at 1.8. This you can do to 1.2, which I very rarely shoot at. If I'm being super risky, I might, but I usually just go 1.4 if that's the case. Yeah, the Nifty 50 is always a great way to go, so. Oh my God. like a home gym routine, or if you're at a wedding and you just want to work out like an arm, who needs a gym when you can just like lift your gear? This is the 7200, aka the CD photographer lens, aka the I'm gonna stalk you at night lens, aka I'm gonna get some candids with this lens. This beauty here, I remember picking up the first time and I had so much fun at all these random parties and events that I went to, just standing in the corner, being that CD guy, like pew 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 pew. Like this was amazing. f2.8, so you can get some really great compression with this in shallow depth of field shots. For some reason, I think the lens cap is in there. Lens caps, we'll talk about that later. I've lost quite a few of them actually. It's just, I don't know, for some reason, if I'm gonna use the 200, I may as well use the 85, even though that doesn't make much sense. But I think for me, I prefer the compression of the 85 with more shallow depth of field than the compression of the 200 with less shallow depth of field. But that being said, if you go back really, really far and you punch in with this at 2.8, you can get some really cool shots. So I don't know, I think I still wanna use this a little bit more when it comes to my post-wedding shoots or pre-wedding shoots, but for now, it's just an events coverage lens where I'll use to just get candid photograph shots, or detail shots, often really, really good on this. Yeah, what else is in here? Business cards thingamabobby. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into business cards, but on the rare chance someone needs a business card, I feel like aunties or uncles are usually into business cards, in which case I'll carry them. And it's sometimes good because then they'll refer that to their kid or their daughter or son, and then their son and daughter will then check it out. It's got socials in there, my Instagram, my website, Facebook, stuff like that. So I guess it's good to have a handful of them in there. An external 1 terabyte hard drive. You never know when these are going to come in handy, especially if you have to back up something on the go, or you're just trying to pass across content towards your shooters. Always good to have, or just to carry a random hard drive, because it's just, you never know when you're going to use it, to be honest. I'm slowly going through all the pockets now. We have a mask. I don't know how long that's been in there for, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't use this right now. I don't think that's very hygienic. We have a mask for COVID, so that was a useful time. Aux cable, because you know, you never know when you have the chance to go to an event, plug in your phone like old school days, and use an aux cable for whatever reason. Sure. Alright, cool. So we've got a few spare batteries in here now. I carry a lot of Sony batteries and Canon 5D Mark IV batteries because they basically use the same ones. These batteries here are the ones for the Sony batteries. They are a little bit more smaller, but they are, yeah, powerful. They, you know, pack a punch, and they're pretty good in terms of lasting you for a few gigs here and there. More tripod base plates, I suppose. It's always really good to have. Yeah, just because you never know when you're gonna need. I've got about 3-4 tripods at the ready. Let's talk about this. Focus. There we go. This is a coin. The reason as to why I have a 10-cent coin is for this. You ready? Your mind's gonna be blown away. See that? Yeah, see that little thing? Guess what you need to take that shit out? Yeah, you need a 10-cent coin. So I've got a few of these in every pocket of my bag, just so I can unscrew this and actually like unwind it and take it out from the actual base plate. Okay, AirPods. Yeah, these are lifesaver. They help me out in a lot of situations. Whenever I'm driving, if I need to talk on the phone with a client in the interim, or I'm just busy holding 1,000 things at once. The last one left, we have my laptop. So this will always be carried with me most of the times, unless it's in my car. Whenever I'm shooting at events and I need to quickly go on my laptop for whatever reason, either I have to send across emails, or I have to check my emails, or I have to, I don't know, send across an edit quickly for photo videos, or I need to download something and transfer it across so people can put it on a USB, whether it's the same day edit. This laptop I've bought when I was, I think, this laptop I bought 4 or 5 years ago, and it was actually what I was editing on for so many years with this tiny small like Mac screen. And since then I've obviously upgraded to like an iMac, but this will always stay with me. I can't stress how important it was to always have a laptop with me just for quick access, and the amount of stuff I've created on this, the content behind this is basically where the brand all started. So this laptop right here was responsible for everything. So thank you, this laptop. All right, last couple of items. We've got my batteries, so my N-loop charger batteries. These are actually really, really cool. These are the batteries that I basically use when it comes to my flashes or anything else that requires AA's. They're actually really, really good. And of course we've got my two GoPros. So two GoPro Hero 7s. So one's in the case, one's without. I'll just show you that. But yeah, that's basically what I use to document the event itself when it comes to, you know, BTS content. I basically put this on my shoulder just here, and it pretty much just captures everything when it comes to BTS, what exactly goes down. The only part is it's just hard to just align my shoulder to make sure it's perfectly straight, but it does a relatively good enough job. So this is what I use, and I've got several batteries. Again, I won't open them up. Inside, so I've probably got about 4 or 5 batteries in my bag. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much the video. That was what's in my camera bag 2021 edition. I hope some part of it was insightful. If you're photographers watching this, then I hope you guys have a better insight as to what gear you'd perhaps want to purchase, or if you're curious to know as to what gear I have, well, then that's basically it. Believe it or not, I can understand that some part of it might be overkill, some part is quite normal. But everything that I've shown here is pretty much what I use to capture weddings from either photos or videos. Mind you, I started this entire journey with one DSLR and one prime lens, and that was the 85, and then it just grew and slowly grew from there. That's it, kids. If you did enjoy the video, please smash that like button down below, comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you lovely lollipops in the very next video. Peace, guys. And there's this thing. This is actually pretty useful. I take it around to all of my events whenever I'm photographing. Yeah, super amazing. You never know when a dinosaur plush toy is going to come in handy. Especially for the little kids who are just distracted and they want something to look at or play with. Dinosaurs.